Experiment 7. Quantitative analysis of content of quinine in solution. First, we are going to prepare dilute sulfuric acid solution. Note, operate under hood. Transfer a small amount of 18 sulfuric acid to a glass container. Use 10 ml graduated pipette to take 2.8 ml sulfuric acid. Add into a small amount of deionized water. And then transfer to 1000 ml volumetric flask. Then add deionized water to the mark. Step 1. Preparation of quinine standard solution. Part A. Prepare 100 ppm quinine solution. Take 0.010 g quinine precisely. Transfer to a 100 ml volumetric flask. Then add dilute sulfuric acid to the mark. Mix well. Part B. Prepare calibration line solution, Q. Use micropipette to take the following amount of solution, A, respectively. Put them in a 10 ml volumetric flask. And add dilute sulfuric acid to the mark. Mix well. Here we finish step 1, preparation of quinine solutions. Step 2, preparation of anion standard solutions. Part A, prepare 100 ppm fluoride, chloride, and bromide solution. Take the following amount of anion salt, place in 100 ml volumetric flasks, respectively. Add 1 ml 100 ppm quinine solution to each volumetric flask. Then add dilute sulfuric acid to the mark. Mix well. Part B, prepare 10,000 ppm iodide solution. Take 0.15 g sodium iodide, place in a 10 ml volumetric flask. Add dilute sulfuric acid to the mark. Part C, iodide calibration line standard solutions. Take the following amount of the solution, B, respectively. Add 100 microliter 100 ppm quinine solution to each volumetric flask. Then add dilute sulfuric acid to the mark. Here we finish the preparation of iodide solutions. Next, let's start to operate fluorescent spectrophotometer. Make sure the computer has been opened, then turn on the switch of FL instrument. Click Program FL WinLab on the desktop. Step 1. Excitation and emission spectra of quinine. Take 100 ppm quinine solution, put it in the cuvette. And then put the cuvette into FL instrument. Choose the method file, presscane.mth. It will start automatically. You have to click the red button to stop it. Check the parameter first. So, go to Setup Parameters, and click Presscan, then Full Range, then click the green button to start. Press the print screen button on keyboard. Paste it onto a Word file. Next, we need to record the excitation and emission spectra, respectively. Excitation spectrum. Go to Setup Parameters, and click Excitation, change emission wavelength to the value we got previously in PresCan section. Then click the green button to start. Click these two buttons can adjust the range of X-axis and Y-axis. Or click the button right-hand side to key in the range you want. Click the button to show the green line, move it to the position of the peak. Then you can see the intensity value show up in the bottom left corner. Press the print screen button on keyboard. Paste it onto a Word file. Emission spectrum. Go to Setup Parameters, and click Emission. Change excitation wavelength to the value we got previously in PresCan section. Then click the green button to start. Adjust the range. Move the green line to the position of the peak. Screenshot, and paste it onto Word file. Step 2. Quantitative analysis of quinine standard solutions. Go to Applications, and click Concentration. Change excitation and emission wavelength to the value we got previously in PresCan section. Go to References, click Clear to remove all the other rows. Rinse the cuvette with dilute sulfuric acid several times, then put the dilute sulfuric acid in the cuvette. Click Measure Background in the bottom left corner to start. After the button turns green, add 4 more rows and key in the concentrations. Rinse the cuvette with the solution we're going to measure. Put the quinine solution in the cuvette. Click Measure M1 in the top left corner to start. Repeat these procedures with other concentrations. After finishing all the 5 references, you can see the calibration line show up on the right side of the screen. Screenshot, and paste it onto Word file. Step 3. Determine the fluorescence intensity of the unknown sample. Go to Samples. Rinse the cuvette with the unknown solution, and put it in the cuvette. Click Measure 1 in the top left corner to start. Repeat the measurement 5 times. Then go to View Results. Screenshot, and paste it onto Word file. Step 4. Use quinine solution as background. Go to Setup Parameters, and click Emission. Setup Scanning Range, 300 to 650 nanometers, Excitation, 244 nanometers. Measure the fluorescence intensity of 100 ppm quinine solution. This data will be our background, and the data will directly overlap on it. So, do not clear the screen. Step 5. Measure the effect of halogen ions. Take 100 ppm fluoride ion solution, rinse the cuvette with it, and then measure it. Change to 100 ppm chloride, bromide, iodide solution, repeat these procedures. After finishing all the measurements, print the stacking graph by screenshot, and paste it onto Word file. Step 6. Quantitative analysis of iodide standard solutions. First, measure quinine as the background intensity. Then measure the fluorescence intensity of 40 to 100 ppm iodide solutions. After finishing all the concentrations, you can see the calibration line show up on the right side of the screen. Screenshot and paste it onto Word file.